And welcome to this fifth episode of Matchday World Cup show. Today is a madness. I mean, we have a lot to talk about. But before we do this, I would like to remind you that this show is brought to you by Matchday. Matchday is a football app and website that allows you to enter your score prediction, challenge your friends, build your squad, trade digital player cards as well. That is brilliant. So give it a check, scan the QR code on your screen or click the link on your screen. So, guys, I think we have a full house here tonight. So Paulo is here with us. We have Sahbi for the Netherlands from We Talk Ajax. We have Victor again for Spain, and we are waiting on Ty and Daps replacing Steve tonight for England. Those two Englishmen, I'm assuming they are over the moon tonight, so that's why they are a bit late. How you doing, boys?
All good. How about you?
Perfect.
Yeah, not too
Perfect.
bad, man. Not too bad. Not too bad. So before they start, then I would like to directly kick off with the Netherlands because Sabi is here. Mate, are you surprised with that result? That was a great game from the Netherlands. What did you make of it?
Nah, bro, it was pain in the eyes. I have to tell you, pain in the eyes. It was horrible. I mean, we played against Qatar. We all know how Qatar plays,
Yeah.
so it wasn't a great game.
Well, in the sense that I've seen a lot of good stuff comparing to the previous game. I mean, the transitions were looking a little bit more smooth. I know it's only Qatar and they were out of the competition, but I
Exactly.
don't think we should undermine the fact that you won 2-0.
No, but
It's still a
y-
good result.
you'll have to look into the media in the Netherlands. They're
Easy.
devastating. It's not. They didn't play the football that we want to see. The only player that's in form at this moment is Gakpo.
Yeah.
Basically, he is the player that's doing it all for us. Depay is just back. He's not in form, but he came back from injury.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, the way we play in a 3-5-2 system, the
Mm.
wing backs, those are the most important assets for the
The width.
tactics that we want to play. But they are horrible. The whole group stage, they're playing bad. So yeah, we can't play against nations that play a bit of defensive football or whereby we need to make the play. And we
Yeah.
can play very proper against countries that are attacking, which leaves space for us. We can where we can hurt them in transition. But if we need to build up the play, if we need to make the play, no, we're not just good enough at this moment. So
Mm.
it's gonna be very very difficult against the US, I have to say. But that's
So do you
something for
think
later.
do you think that the Netherlands will struggle to completely dominate possession when you're facing perhaps a better team? Is that what you think will happen?
We will definitely struggle, but it would work in our benefit
Yeah.
because they will leave space, and we are great in transition. We can
Yeah.
do well. We have great possession without being dangerous. We
Right.
don't
Right. Right.
create chances. I mean, how many chances did you see against Qatar?
Yeah. I
Not a
mean,
lot.
yeah, not
Not
many.
a
Yeah.
lot. So yeah, we need to play against a proper team that knows how to attack because we know how to defend. Our organization is quite proper, but
Yeah.
attacking wise, when you need to create something, that's way below par. So I think we need to play a better team, an attacking team, to show what we are really worth of.
Did you watch the USA performance tonight against Iran as well?
Yeah,
Are you scared of them? Also considering their performance against England.
I think it will be difficult,
Yeah.
but I think we can manage to do something. I have to say, the Netherlands always struggle against the US. In the past, when we played friendlies, etc., we always struggle. So it's gonna be the same,
Yeah.
and their wing backs are quite good. So it's gonna be difficult. They play with their heart, while we,
Yeah.
as the
Well, now
Netherlands,
at this stage of the competition, everything can happen. But now it's like even more than the group
yeah,
stage, I'd
indeed,
say.
it's all or nothing at this moment. But
Mm.
after the US, if we play like maybe Argentina, I don't know, that can be really fun because
Mm.
at
Right,
this moment,
another team who played the US and is here tonight with us for his debut. Dubs, welcome to the show. Here representing England, mate. I'm assuming you over the moon. Talk to us, man.
You're on mute, mate.
You're on mute, mate.
Can hear you.
What? Give me a sec. It should be fine now. Ty is here as well, but Ty is here. Can talk. But yeah, guys. While Daps is sorting out the audio, mate, I don't know if you watched the England performance as well tonight. But I think it was a more convincing performance than the previous one. Everyone now starts to sing "It's coming home, it's coming." It's always coming home, but
No.
it's not really coming home.
We gotta
Is
let
it?
that sing that, man. That's
But yeah, it is interesting.
I can't hear
I know
him.
Paolo, you watched that game as well.
Yeah.
What did you make of it?
I thought that it was very convincing. I think, to be fair, I'm very disappointed in Wales this whole tournament. I expected them to fight. I expected Bale to turn up, and then we haven't really seen it with Wales so far this tournament. Well, they're pretty much out now, aren't they? So they're out. So we haven't seen it at all from Wales. I think that Bale has gone missing. Ramsey, barely noticed him. I thought England completely dominated the whole game. Rashford. Yeah, I know I'm a Man United supporter, but he was everywhere.
He was on smoke today. Ty told us that he was on smoke. Yeah.
And I think that, I've seen Rashford.
Look at him.
I've seen that Rashford at times at United be very predictable when it comes to the final third. And today, even from the right, he was a danger. I know the goalkeeper was a shambles. He should have probably... The free kick was a good free kick, but he kind of put himself in trouble, the goalie. And the left foot from Rashford, he should really save that. But still, it's a goal. And Rashford was a danger the whole game. So, good performance from England. But all I got to say is that he needs to start Foden in every game. He needs to start Foden. The press, the ability on the ball, you need that in every single game. And now that England will get Senegal, I think it's a somewhat difficult game for England, but I think they should win that game. So yeah,
Daps will be happy about that. I'm gonna come in, Stu, and I've got to say something big. I have to. I'm wearing this shirt, by the way, because Marcus Rashford actually is half from St. Kitts and Nevis. It's a tiny island where I'm from, the Caribbean as well. So big up Rashford. Man. Obviously, yeah, English, St. Kitts and Nevis, Manchester United. But I'm gonna say this, Stu, guys. Marcus Rashford is England's Kylian Mbappe this tournament. I don't care. I am telling you now. This is it.
I knew it was coming.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Say again.
Marcus Rashford, for me, right? He's had his flaws. I get it. I understand. He's had mental health issues and so forth. He's come back. When you have tournament football and goals have to win you games, Marcus Rashford can provide that. Now, you look at this World Cup, right? If you look at players like Vinicius, you look at players like Mbappe, they are a different type of profile. They're direct, they're in behind, they know where to be, they create chances, they score goals. And also, do you know one thing that a lot of players don't do, which he does? He takes lots of shots on goals. More shots on goal, more chances of scoring. He is such a unique profile for this England squad. You've got Sakas, you've got Foden, Grealishes that can do their tiki-taka stuff. And I get that, and it's cool, and I like the technical players. But Marcus Rashford for us is our Kylian Mbappe. He's raw, he's effective. No one can replace him in that side. And if he stays fit, start him every single game.
Wait, Ty.
Right. Wait. I was saying before now his audio is working. So Ty, a warm welcome to the show.
Yeah, big up Daps, man.
Daps, tell us everything, mate. Obviously, I'm assuming you're over the moon. Southgate made the right decisions today by playing Foden and Rashford. Talk to us, man.
Over the moon. That's what we do when we win games, isn't it? English.
No, that's a solid performance, man.
Solid second half performance.
Okay.
Do you know what, though?
Not as excited as I am.
Played a group against
apparently.
Iran,
yeah,
USA, and
Wales.
Thank you. That should be 9 points. That should be 9 points straight away. So if we put those three squads together, how many of their players get in the England squad?
No, none.
Maybe two.
Yeah, maybe one or
right.
two. Yeah, maybe.
So for me, I can't get carried away. Naturally, English, the minute we score one goal, it's coming home. But I can't be sitting here saying, yeah, I'm Southgate in. And I can't be sitting here and saying that if we come against France, Argentina, Spain, Germany, it won't be a different thing. They won't kill us off in the first half if we play like that in the first half. Second half, no qualms. For me as a City fan, listen, Calvin Phillips got minutes. Walker got minutes. Foden looked very good. Rashford did look good as well. Is there a conversation, Callum Wilson over Kane?
Oh,
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
Ooh.
He has been poor. Daps, do you know what? Being obviously at England, Brazil, Kane's been very quiet, and I think it goes under the radar how less impactful he's been. And do you know what? He got subbed off from the 55th minute. I understand that they were resting him and thinking of the knockouts, but guys, as neutrals, when you look at it, Paolo, Stu, Victor, and Sabi, this isn't the Harry Kane that you're thinking if you're lining up against that you're scared of. I think Daps is bang on right. I think it's a conversation.
Yeah, I think he's gone missing for most of these games, but he is still getting assists. So it's like, do you want him to almost drop deep and be that sort of playmaker? But you need a goal scorer in the team, and other players are standing out. Again, I think that what Daps was saying is straight out facts. I think when you go to play the likes of Germany, the likes of Spain or whatever, I think look, today, if England would have lost or drew that game, they would have said, why is he playing Henderson and Declan Rice in midfield?
Oh, that's definitely a conversation. Henderson,
what I mean?
Jesus Christ, bro. Listen, it's not just about playing Henderson, but earlier in the season, when Liverpool were at their worst, if I watched them, I'm a fan of Henderson, right? I actually think the guy's got amazing range of passing, but there's no way in 2022 I want to see Henderson playing any further than an extremely deep lying 8, right?
Yeah.
And I said back when he was playing for Liverpool, kind of around September, October time, why is Henderson running the channels? Right? It's not what you want to see. Today, I'm looking at England in the first half and I'm watching Henderson run channels. And that ultimately is anyone that watches Premier League football knows Liverpool this season at their worst is when Henderson is running the fucking channels. So, and Southgate has gone, we're going to go with that. What?
Yeah.
What? So I'm not saying don't play Henderson, but actually I am, don't play Henderson. But if you're not going to play him, I don't want to see him where I want to see Foden or Rashford or Saka or even Walker or Trent. Yeah. Why is Henderson popping up there? It's just...
He was moving like a fullback at times.
Yeah, exactly. But listen, it was a 3-0 and we have to take positives from the second half. So I don't want to come in here and be negative, but we also have to be realistic. If we're going to go into tournaments and be put up there where we're being one of the favourites to win it, we can't be putting out first half performances like that against Wales. We can't, because we will get in the knockout stages, the game will be over by half time.
But before competing with France or Germany or even Spain, let me talk about your next opponent, Senegal. I don't know if you guys watched the Ecuador-Senegal game today, but I think Senegal had an amazing performance. Obviously, they look like a strong team, to be fair, even without Sadio Mane. I think that comes a bit as a shock because Ecuador, everyone was obviously seeing them, at least getting qualified, but they've been kicked out of the competition. So, Ty, talk to us, man. Senegal, Ecuador. Have you watched that game? What do you make?
I did watch the game. England? Yeah. No, do you know what? It was an interesting one because I'll be honest with you, Senegal were good because they had a job to do, which was win the game and go through. So I feel like they had no plan B. It was go out and get the 3 points. I feel for a team like Ecuador, they didn't perform to the best of their levels because they've never been in this situation before. I think when you're a team like Ecuador and you come into the final group game and it's like, if you get a draw, you go through. Do you go for the win or do you try and contain it and go for the draw? And I think they got kind of stuck in between two minds. And by the time they actually said, you know what, let's go out and play for this game. We've got 30 minutes to go. The game's passed you by. So they got back into it at 1-1, and then Koulibaly, first goal. What a time, by the way, to score your first goal for your international team. I feel my friends are Senegalese. I see them partying in Dakar, in the capital. But I just feel like the game, Ecuador will go home with regrets because I think they got stuck in two minds for too long and the game passed them by. But one thing that will benefit England, and I don't know if you guys know, obviously, Idrissa Gueye played for you guys at Paris. He got booked. And he is huge for Senegal.
In his quality,
His quality, especially for that country there, their nation, a rocky midfield. He actually is going to miss the game against England. For me, that's a game changer. Like, if you're in England dressing room, you're thinking, do you know what? Their best midfield is out of the game. And I think they kick on. What did you think, Sabi? Did you watch that game as well?
Yeah, I watched partially because I was busy with the Dutch game.
Of course.
But the main important thing for England is they should not fall into the trap where they play physical football. Because if they play physical football, they will lose. They will definitely lose. So they need to use their technical ability, England, to make sure that they create chances from there on. And yeah, they're so strong. They're so strong, Senegal. I won't underestimate them because they have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
I saw both matches, and I could say if England would play like in the first half, like that says, you're gonna suffer because those guys are physically superior.
Yeah.
And down in the first half, England was playing too slow. All the players were touching the balls more than one time, always. There was no playing at the first touch. So you were not gaining spaces, not gaining any advantage with your opponent. So if you're playing like that, you're going to suffer, you're going to struggle because they're going to let you any space to arrive to their goal. Because those guys are physically, they're really strong.
Yeah.
And they're everywhere, even if they leave the spaces and they make their team to advance and then leave the spaces behind them, they can arrive. So even if you give them the ball, they can even make you something, It's not a bad team. So that can be a surprise for the next round.
Go on, Daps, go on. If you want to say something.
So, the other thing I noticed in the first half with England, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but there was a few times where multiple England players ended up being in the same position and kind of almost bumping into each other.
Yeah. That was really confusing.
It looked like players that only know what to do because they do it club football, but they have not been coached by Southgate to know which player is making what run and what player needs to be in what.
Exactly.
It's like it ended up being multiple players in the same damn position. It's like, are you actually? I hate to say it, Ty, but it was like Ollie again, where it's just like,
Now I get you. Paolo's Man United fan; he'll understand it.
Because it was just, second half. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I said Callum Wilson. He came on,
kind of stretches the game a bit more.
Made. For the third goal, I think it was, where ball got played out to Trent, little touch back to Phillips, ball over the top. But there was just little movements where it's like, right, people know where to be now. And all of a sudden, the passing's becoming a lot more intricate and it's working. Whereas the first half, I sound like the most negative England. Listen, I've had a drink. I'm very happy. We are through. But I wanted to go through 9 points. We have to remember what happened against USA. But you know what? Sometimes England do need to face a tougher opposition to really come alive. So
now I agree with you in that sense because I think go on.
I would rather play Holland than Senegal.
Yeah, do you know what? We'll come to Senegal in a second, but sometimes you need someone to draw you out. And do you know what, Victor? You said one good point there in terms of that England performance matching with Daps in the first half. If Senegal say something, they get a set piece in 5 minutes, guys, and like Victor says, they take a lead. They will sit back. They will make it tough for England. England's worst mistake could be going behind from a set piece or just something physical like that. So they've got to be aware of them things because obviously in open play, you're thinking, okay, they maybe will be able to shut out Ismail Assar and stuff like that. But like Victor says, they're going to be physical. If they do get an early corner or an early free kick, like we saw their goals today, it's going to make England have to play a different type of way, like you saw against USA, where it's going to be tough, gritty, physical, and you don't know how they're going to respond to it. So if England do go 1-0 down, I think that's not a scenario we've really thought of yet because you're thinking Senegal, England win, but you just never know, like Victor says, man.
Yeah. It's a +1 for England, but in any case, as if you said, even if England takes control of the game and you take the advantage and then you go on their field, if you leave some spaces behind you, those guys are also fast.
Yes,
so you can even suffer on that side, And I totally understand what you say playing against Netherlands. I didn't see Netherlands today, but I mean they play slower, They're not so fast. They play most of the time like England the first time, touching the balls too many times. Frankie de Jong, I don't know what Xavi thinks, but for me, this guy is getting behind even if today he makes a goal, but he's not taking, the leading of the team.
He's not dragging
the leader of this team.
What do you think, Fabian, on that?
But as I said, it's the other way around. I think the Netherlands would have loved to play against England instead of the US, because England needs to play. They play also some sort of possession football, which suits us because we try to play in transition. We have fast players up front, and we can defend properly. So I would have loved to see that fight, but unfortunately, the only possibility is in the finals. If we have to play against England.
I'll take that now. I'll take that now.
Yeah.
Get to the finals. I'll have
Let's do
that.
that. Let's do that.
What was interesting as well is that England today, they were very good in transition in the second half as well. I mean, as soon as Rashford or Bellingham got on the ball, it was finished for Wales.
Yeah,
Foden,
they have speed. They have speed.
yeah, speed.
Yeah.
Foden was just a nightmare.
Exactly.
Absolute nightmare. So
Picked up great position. Would you, if you're England, Paolo, would you keep Foden and Rashford in Sunday?
Absolutely. I mean, for me, the midfield I would go with would be Declan, Bellingham. I'd go Foden in the number 10. I'd go Rashford. Again, Kane, Wilson. Like, you got me thinking there now. But I would stick with Kane and I'd go Saka. I think that's an attacking team, but that's also an active midfield as well.
Yeah.
So that's the team I'd go, but he won't pick that team.
Is Kane considered a true leader within a squad, or is
that's
he?
a great question. I want to know the answer to that as well. I was thinking exactly the same thing.
Great question.
The problem is that if Kane doesn't play, right, you know who that means will probably, Southgate, right? There's no way Southgate is dropping the captain and the vice.
Do you know what?
captain.
Daps, I let you know, clocked. Henderson's the national captain. He got the armband today. He's the actual national captain.
All right, so Kane's now vice.
Yeah, Kane's always vice unless Henderson plays.
Right. So ultimately, I'd rather Kane than Henderson on the pitch.
You know what, Daps? Though I'm going to say this. I've said it the whole tournament. I even think it for Spurs. I think Hugo. I don't know if Kane's the captain for Spurs. Yeah, he is. But Hugo Lloris is captain for France, of course.
Yeah.
I don't look at Kane, and this is no disrespect to the way he speaks and all this sort of stuff. But I feel like him as a leader and actually like pushing across his agenda to players.
Bro, he's not inspiring. He's not inspiring.
He's not inspiring.
He's
You
not
know what?
inspiring.
You look at
The
Henderson,
same as
right?
Hugo Lloris.
You
He's not
watch
inspiring.
today, Stu. If you listen to Henderson today on that pitch when the fans are quiet, you can hear Henderson shouting everything. I don't like Henderson as a player personally, but in terms of leadership, morale, he's in your ear constantly.
Ty, the fact is, I mean, and I know we're not doing club football right now. I'm a City fan. I hate Liverpool. However, the fact of the matter is, Harry Kane at Tottenham has nothing, right?
Yeah.
He has an Audi Cup, and he might not have even been playing in that because it was pre-season. Henderson, if we're talking about the most decorated Liverpool captain of all time, well, actually, to be fair, it might be someone back in the day. However, Henderson has won everything with Liverpool, right? So as a young player, they are going to listen to him over Harry Kane every single day. So I do hear you on that.
So too.
In terms of legitimacy and credibility, I know what you mean.
Yeah. By the way, guys, if you're here right now, if you're locked in from Steve's channel, please make sure that you create a FanFest account. Join us in the description below. It should be there in Steve's chat. It takes 1 second. Honestly, make an account. We can see all your comments. Big up, Sid. I can see you there as well in the comments.
Yes,
and then
Sid.
also, if you scan the QR code, you can make predictions for the games tomorrow and then the rest of the knockout games coming up. So, make sure you join us over on FanFest so we can see your comments. Stu, I'll let you go into the next game. Sorry, bro. I thought I'd plug it.
No. Go on. That's cool because I wanted to talk about Brazil, Ty, and you backing up Brazil. So, short victory against Switzerland. Switzerland qualified 1-0, a goal from the Man United defender, Casemiro. I'm assuming you're super happy about this as well.
Do you know what? Every time Victor's on the stream, I feel like saying thank you, man. I'm so glad.
I know.
I'm glad he's at my club. But World Cup wise, Casemiro, he's just one of them players that when you talk about winning tournaments, you need that hard-bodied in there. I always call it the quiet man's job. If you're ever going to win tournaments like that, you need someone that can do that quiet man's job, and he's efficient. But for me, do you know what's impressed me the most about this Brazil team? I think it's just the defense at the moment. I put a tweet in the group chat yesterday, and I said that everyone talks about the big names, the Rafinhas, the Neymar, the Vinicius, and I get that. Of course, they score the goals, but to come into a World Cup unbeaten in the whole qualification, conceding 5 goals in the whole of qualification, and then come into the World Cup. I don't know if you guys know this. Brazil have not conceded a shot on target the whole tournament. Now, I get it. They played Switzerland. I get it. I understand the teams they've played. However, it's like boxing. You can only beat who's in front of you. But in terms of building blocks and confidence, I'll keep it short and sweet. That is the perfect momentum for Brazil because we always talk about them scoring goals in 2002, 06 and whatever it is. But we're talking about a proper defense here with Casemiro in front of them.
We received an update on Neymar's injury as well. As a PSG fan, obviously, I'm glad to know that he will be back after the group stage. So he's not going to play against Cameroon. But he will be back after. Are you happy about this, Ty?
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm worried for him. I think they're going to rush it. I looked at the picture of that ankle yesterday. That is swollen. When you kick that ball, like you hit the shot from 25, 30 yards, that is going to hurt. It's going to hurt. So if it was me, depending on who Brazil get in the next round, if he's fit, keep him on the bench and only bring him on if you need to in the last 20 minutes. Otherwise, if Brazil can't think that they can't win a tournament without Neymar, then I think there's a problem with that squad. The squad should be good enough.
Even me as a PSG fan, man, I've watched that picture of his ankle. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, what type of injections they're gonna do.
Exactly.
I don't want to know.
They're gonna be doing all sorts. And he's
not
like
you don't want that neither. Those injections. Listen, we saw it with Laporte the back end of last season.
Yeah.
And Laporte has been out. She was out until probably about October time because after the season ended, he had to write to Spain and say, sorry, I can't take part in no games. I've been playing with an injury. I now need to have an operation. That's what happens when you do the injury.
Exactly.
Yeah, go on, Victor. You want to talk about Laporte?
This week we got Bono, the goalkeeper from Morocco. He was during the national anthem singing, and then during the national anthem, he got a little bit bad, and then he has to get out.
Oh,
because of the injections.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I've seen that.
You got the real example right now, And talking about Brazil, I wanted to say, they got this big six-pack behind. They not concede any shot on goal during this World Cup. But in any case, if they concede it, they got Alisson. So
that's a matter. Bro,
So,
that is sensational. The fact they haven't had a shot, no one's had a shot on their goal yet, and they've. Well, in my opinion, and I think probably in most opinions, they've got the best goalkeeper in world football. If someone does have a shot on goal, that's mad.
I don't agree. Best goalkeeper in football is
Victor, as a Real Madrid fan, are you surprised by Casemiro's performance during this World Cup?
Not at all. I just wanted to say, just after the game with Brazil, I was talking with a friend of me, and we were talking like 1 hour, and half of this hour was arguing about Casemiro. And, there are some fans that are saying, we're paying Tchouaméni with this money. And I say, Casemiro, we paid 5 million for him. We don't need the money. He's a really added value to this team. He's something that we're not gonna buy this. The experience, the know-how, the momentum, the timing on the matches that he has, how to position it, how to find the space.
He doesn't have to be fast because his brain's so quick. He's good.
He's always thinking one step behind before you. So
Ty,
I think it's a big miss for us.
which team Brazil is playing next round after Cameroon?
It's either Uruguay or Ghana.
Yeah, Uruguay. Yeah, because I need Ghana to do revenge for 2010. I think we all do as football fans.
All of us.
That still lives in my memory.
I know. They're waiting for this.
Oh yeah, Ghana or Uruguay. And I'll be honest with you, I would prefer to play Ghana than Uruguay just because of that South American feel. You know how Argentina played Mexico? I know Mexico is not South America, but still, the first half
Latin America,
like you don't want that against Uruguay.
Dog, bro. It's a dog.
Yeah, it's a dogfight, and we'll probably come to Paulo next, actually, with Portugal. But you see, with Uruguay, they're just that type of team where they can suffer, but they can get one chance, one goal, and they're happy defending because they got that dog in them. So
that's a perfect transition, Ty. I appreciate that. So, Paulo, tell us about Uruguay and tell us if it was a Bruno Fernandes goal or Cristiano Ronaldo. We want to know, Paulo.
The only thing that touched Ronaldo's head was probably this little string here.
I heard that the Portuguese FA is filling out a complaint so they can recognize the goal to be obviously allocated to Ronaldo and not to
Adidas.
Ridiculous.
Adidas has proven Ronaldo didn't touch the ball. Because
it's been proven he didn't touch it.
It's been proven it's done.
Measure if there's something touching the ball, and it shows and there's nothing.
As Paulo said. So Paulo, talk to us, man. 2-0 against Uruguay. What do you make of this performance?
I think Bruno Fernandes has been phenomenal these 2 games, and I've been a big critic of him within the last the last couple of years he's played for Portugal. I've criticized him a lot. I think he's gone missing in midfield a lot of the time, but I think he's doing a great job. He's staying composed, and I think what Ten Hag has been doing at United has been just installed in him now. I think what he's adapted it into the international team, and I think that we've all had that moment with Bruno where we've said take him out. He got taken out the Germany game last year in the Euros, and then everyone was saying he's clearly not good enough for the international team because of the quality we do have in depth as well for the Portuguese national team. But I thought he's been our best player. Was that 2 goals, 2 assists, or something like that? So I think he's been our best player. Tell you what though, the 15-20 minute spell in the second half of Uruguay was painful to watch. That was painful. They hit the bar. Betancourt done a madness. Diogo Costa, phenomenal save. If he's not making that save, listen, who knows what happens in that second half. But I tell you what though, Fernando Santos does the right decision to put Leao for Neves, even though I didn't think Leao done very well when he came on. I thought he was quite selfish in possession. He wasn't really playing like a team player. But what it did do was it brought Bernardo Silva into midfield, and you needed that active winger in midfield in Bernardo Silva. Ruben Neves, his legs were done out. I thought William was an interesting choice. I mean, Victor, we've talked about William. I think he's an underrated playmaker, as well as he's a good defensive midfielder. I thought it was a decent balance. I was scared we would see long ball after long ball with William and Ruben Neves in midfield. But I thought we played very well in the first half, dominant in possession. Uruguay just sitting back. A couple of opportunities for us there. But I was very happy with the result. And when you brought on Palhinha, Mateus Nunes, it shifted back in our direction.
Paulo, I have to say, this game made me cry because that's the third injury we picked up. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
you
Nuno
know,
Mendes.
the wonder kid, the gifted Nuno Mendes, living out the pitch, crying, literally crying, bro. So now we have Neymar, Danilo, and Nuno Mendes injured. That was sad to see, man. Is
it a bad injury though, Stu? Because he when it's one of them ones where you don't get much contact, they're always worse. And when you see him walking down the tunnel, I was like, Rafael Guerreiro, don't get it wrong, obviously he's a very experienced left back and he's a good replacement. But like when it gets to the knockouts and you play every 3 games, I do think he's a different type of profile. Is it a bad injury, Paulo? Do you know?
Yeah, tell me, Paulo.
It looked pretty bad. I haven't heard anything else in terms of, when he'll be ready or anything like that. I haven't heard anything yet. Hopefully we'll hear something by Wednesday at least. I think, God, it looked bad. I mean, he was crying. When a player's crying, it probably seems like he knows it's a bad one. And there was already some issues there with him because he didn't play the first group stage game and he had a little bit of a knock. So who knows if it was the ankle.
The same injury he picked up at PSG as well. The same as Neymar. It's the same injury coming back again. Like I'm telling you, I don't know who's doing it. Maybe the Pogba wish teller or something is on our back or something.
We lost a bit of defensive stability as well when he came off. I like Rafael Guerreiro. I think he's a good player, but for me, when I look at him, he's much more of a wing back than he is a fullback. And I think Nuno Mendes is a lot better as an overall fullback. I think we'll miss him, but we're already through. So against Korea, I wouldn't mind seeing Cancelo at left back and Delo at right back. Because Delo for me,
good shout. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Delo's been phenomenal for us.
I wanted to ask you,
Cancelo's been a left back. I'm telling you.
True.
I've been saying this for a long time. Look, he's been played there so much that he knows that position.
Yeah.
Listen, last season, Real Madrid, Bernabeu, Walker got injured. Cancelo got switched to the right. Real Madrid scored 3 goals.
Yeah.
Cancelo is now a natural left-sided player. He's changed.
Absolutely.
And I think on the right, that's not the best place to play him no more. So if I was you, I'd switch that straight away.
Yeah.
I said it the other day. I didn't even consider Cancelo like a defender. When he plays in City, he's playing in the offense. He's playing in the midfield and on the side. He's not playing defense. There's other players going there to cover him every time. At every time, there's somebody covering him. So I don't think he's right now a left or a right back. So maybe he'll make the paper. He'll cover the role there in the World Cup, and maybe it's the good choice for you. But I think Rafael Guerreiro is not also a bad option. He's been also in really good matches. He's been playing for many years in the top level in Europe. So I guess it's a proper left back to put right now in the next match, and maybe even in the qualifiers. So
we're
I wanted to ask you one thing, Paulo. Big up Sid that's watching. He's coming from Never a Foul. Manrick as well. Thank you for watching, guys, on the FanFest. Make sure, guys, scan your QR code as well. You can predict your scores and also make a FanFest account so we can see your comments like Sid and Manrick, and especially all the big
the score prediction at the end of the show live as well.
Yeah, we'll do that. So all the guys that are watching on Big Steve's channel, please make sure you make an account on the description title there. We've put the link in there for you. So thank you guys for following. Paulo, I just think honourable, we've got to make a mention for Pepe. 39 years of age, 5 World Cups, comes in, mental. And you know what? It was just trademark Pepe, heading the balls out, rugged. And you know what? That type of game was the type of game you needed Pepe, man. But I just think he deserves a little mention because I think players like that go under the radar when they've been playing for so long. It's like you expect it, but he's 39, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, when you see him, some of the recovery runs he done as well at 39 years of age, him doing those recovery runs, the physicality, heading the ball away. I mean, there were times there where I was nervous, man. Uruguay playing a back 5. And it was tough to break them down in the first half. It was very tough to break them down. And I think that Pepe there, he's still a fantastic centre-back for us. With Ruben Diaz there, it's a solid defence. Some people look at his age, and I do at times. I think at times he can get caught out. Yeah. I think he can get caught out at times. I think against Korea, I would still love to see Antonio Silva at centre-back. We're past it, I don't think... Is it possible we get second place in this group? Only if we lose like 3-4-0 to Korea.
I think you're quite.
You know what I mean? So,
I don't think it will happen though.
Yeah, so I want to see some players come in. I would love to see Delo come in. I would love to see Vitinha come in. and give these players a chance, because they might impress for the knockout stages.
More importantly, rest our players, bro. Bernardo Silva, Cancelo, Diaz, put them on the bench for the full 90 and please give them a rest.
Yeah, look what happened to the PSG players. I agree with you, Dabs. Dabs, just a quick one. Our common dark horse that we thought would be the dark horse of the competition is bottom of their group, Serbia. So Serbia, Cameroon, 3-3, 6 goals in that game, both out of their group. What did you make of that game, Sabi? Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it. I was quite surprised with the comeback and the nice result, 3-3. But it was they were overconfident, Serbia. They thought when it was 3-1, we can make a 4-1. They kept everybody tried to score. It's like they kept so much space behind the defense. It was ridiculous. It was so easy to give a through pass and get open play. And it was the 3-3 was a fair result, even though Serbia had some quite chances in the at the end of the first half, but also beginning of the second half. But they had the perfect sub. Abu Bakar came in, made a difference. 3-3
lifted the whole team. Lifted the whole team. It wasn't just a period Serbia looked so good. Cameroon looked like they'd had the soul ripped out of them at one point. When it was 3-1, I thought, I'm sat at work watching it. I felt sorry for Cameroon because they just looked like they had nothing in them. And then all of a sudden, what a game yesterday! I think for me had the two best games. It was that, and the other one was the
South Korea Ghana.
South Korea Ghana. But those two games yesterday were just that. That's what the World Cup's about when it's getting to that point.
Exactly.
And Serbia gave the spaces to the wrong guy, As soon as Abu Bakar arrived, Abu Bakar, how many goals has he done in Portugal like that? Going up the space behind the back of the defense. So many. And even that, he goes in the game and then you give him the spaces and like 3 or 4 times because he even misses someone.
And what a finish as well, by the way. Like the goal,
beautiful.
Like what a beautiful finish. I think it was one of them. If it was one of them goals to win a game, everyone's talking about it. But because you don't win the game, it's like it kind of goes under the radar. But I think Serbia, for me, like we looked at them, and a lot of people put them as dark horses, said they could come second in the group. That's a missed opportunity. When you go 3-1 up in the World Cup, it's like just shut up shop and just ride it out. And look, we actually watched the game against Brazil. They defended well for like 60, 70 minutes. They could have done that against Cameroon. So if you look at the blueprint, they had already shown people that they could defend and they're physical. But then they didn't do none of that in the game against Cameroon. It's like they thought 3-1. Oh, let's all start trying to score. Like
arrogance.
Yeah, it's arrogance.
Exactly.
You know what?
Arrogance.
Punished at the World Cup. You get punished, man. These are teams that have earned their way to play there, not just handing out a gift card. Do you know what I mean?
Well, who's Cameroon's last game now?
Brazil.
Okay, Brazil.
Yeah.
I mean, Cameroon had. No, they're not getting.
That was their chance.
Let me check the table right now. But I think
it's Serbia against Switzerland.
It's a straight shootout. Do you know what? I feel that's what I said even before in our last show. I feel like some of these games, like Iran USA today, and then obviously you've got this Switzerland Serbia game. There's kind of knockout games before knockout games, which I love.
You
know what I mean?
So
people are
Brazil is top of the group with 6 points. Then you have Switzerland with 3, and then you have Cameroon and Serbia, exactly the same goal difference, everything like 1 point both. So it will be a
Switzerland Serbia. That's going to be Switzerland Serbia is going to be an interesting game then.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Straight shootout. It's like a knockout game. That's
advantage of Serbia is they need to win. And Switzerland is like the same as Ecuador. They have 2 things. Will they defend or will they attack? So it's gonna be good to see. Nice.
What did you want to say, Victor, as well?
And Switzerland against Brazil, wasn't it? Where Switzerland looked good defensively.
Yeah.
And then Switzerland must be looking at this game now thinking, can we hold out against a Serbian team that do have a lot of power? Can we hold out?
My first day with you guys, I asked you about Switzerland, and I think it's a proper team. They're really serious, and I really think they're going through because they know what they're playing for. At the time they know they need to defend, they go all defending, and then the time that they need to get some spaces and then go on the offense, they know what they're playing. and they're really serious, and it's a really pack. They're really concentrated, and when they're on the match, there's no spaces. It's a really compact team. So I really think Serbia is going to struggle to get some goals against Switzerland.
Yeah, Switzerland doesn't have a superstar. That makes them probably strong. They have decent players. Okay, Chaka.
There's a team.
Well, the main man is Granit Xhaka. Yeah.
But they have a proper team with decent players. While Serbia, they have there's a huge difference in top players and mediocre players. So it's going to be interesting.
The top player in the bench. Vlahovic is still in the bench.
And guys, for those based in England now, I want to talk about this. The last game of those past 2 days, Iran and USA. Apparently, they renamed the sport soccer. They're saying it's soccer now because now they got qualified. Look at that! Look at that! Yeah. And they were singing in the stands as well. This is called soccer. It's called soccer.
Who's on top? Who's on top?
Was that the American? Was that the American singing that?
Yeah. So Iran, USA, 1-0 for USA. They are qualified to the next stage. I think it was an interesting game from a solid team. To be fair, I'm quite impressed. Dabs, did you watch that game as well? In the meantime,
we kind of had it on a laptop here. Like I saw Iran had a potential. It would have been harsh, but penalty in like the dying seconds. But do you know what? I feel like America. I watched the first game for America, and I felt the way they were popping the ball about in the first half was beautiful. They're moving the ball at such pace. So I kind of understood the way England played against them in the first half. I thought, you know what? You don't want to go out because they look like very athletic. They can move the butt. They got tired, right? You need to get over the first half against America. Then you can press them. They're not that good.
They can't keep up the tempo, the level. They can't keep that up.
They can't. Pulisic is potentially their best player. Potentially,
McKenna.
We've seen.
Timothy Weah, guys.
Them two. I'll say them two. I think they stand out. When I watch them play.
And let's be real. Pulisic for the last 3 years minimum at Chelsea has been average at absolute best. Right. So there's no way that. I mean, it's just get over the first half with them. They deserve to go through. They've ground out results. That's what they've done. All 3 games, they've done what they've had to do. But again, it's how fit are they? Because they can't play that football for 2 halves for me.
Absolutely.
So,
this is why it's proper interesting, Savi, because you look at you guys today, you're playing USA now, obviously going into this game. And I'm not saying that you don't play energetic football. You said that, of course, you like to play the pressing game. And look at what Dap said. Obviously, America, they're going to have a lot of energy. They're probably going to have quite a bit of the ball and trying to get a goal early on.
That's what
then that could suit you because obviously then you can try and hit them on the counter press.
And let them come.
Exactly.
Let them come the first half. Let them come.
Yeah, let them come.
Yeah, I'm fully confident. Saturday, it's going to be football again. No soccer.
Ooh,
I think the Netherlands.
Listen, low block. I'm sorry, but first half America, low block. Do it. If they don't have space behind you, I don't see what they offer because that is exactly what they are. The speed they were getting down the wings and literally one touch, bang, straight in the middle. It was if you can stop them from doing that, I don't really see them offering much. Then
I think Iran tried to claim few handballs as well, but the ref was not having it. Obviously, check a few times. It did not really work. So.
Problem of Iran was that they tried to defend the first half. They let America play their play. And just when they scored, in the second half, they started to attack a bit more and more. But it was too late at that time.
Paolo, I want to say to you, for us, Cody Gakpo, Man United linked, left foot, right foot, header now. He deserves a mention, man. Today, I'll be honest with you, as a Man United, I'm now watching him feeling like he's going to come to Manchester United on one Sabi.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, I know he has his flaws, but I really feel like he can bring something to the Premier League. And the way he strikes the ball, it reminds me of like Podolski, but a right foot version. It's so hard, low. He's got very good finishes in him. And I think today, again, another good goal. Link up play. I think the back heel to Davy Klaassen goes back into him. Yeah. That's the type of stuff I want to see, not just someone scoring goals. Can you link it up? Can you do a few patterns of play? Paolo, man, you saw that again.
Yeah, I think as well, like we have to recognize that he's only going to get better as well. I mean, we're seeing parts of his game where they seem quite mature. Some of his decision making is really good at times, but you can still see he's got that rawness in him still. You
Yeah.
can see at times when a few passes we thought you should have made that pass, but the scary thing is that he's still going to get a lot better. And this
He's
is
a
the
raw
type of player
diamond.
I want to see. You know,
He still needs to be polished.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Fun fact, he scored with his header, with his right foot and his left foot. This
Perfect.
tournament.
3 goals.
I want to say, you know, the thing that I like the most about Gakpo is that he's always looking the easiest way, the most simple way, and the most effective.
Yeah,
And
simple.
this is hard to find in a player, and even more on a striker, you know, because they're always looking to make the most beautiful goal and try to go to the corner. And this guy, as soon as he has the option
Victor,
to look for the
if
shot,
you're looking
get the
for
shot.
simple, very simple goals, you can have a look at Haaland. You'll see
That's
the best.
bro. It's exactly what I was saying. You know what? As a City fan, until this year, I was worried about Haaland joining us slightly because of the fact of what we've had till now. I was like, how will he fit? But then, what it actually takes away is if you watch a team that sometimes overdo it, you can look at someone like Haaland and go, do you know what? Those goals we don't score because we play that one too many passes. He'll come in and go, no. One touch, bang. So listen, it's interesting. Oh, on Holland quickly, because I actually fly out to Amsterdam next.
Wow,
a
nice
week
one.
on Friday.
Cool.
I think if you beat Senegal, I believe you've got sorry.
US.
They got USA. You beat the Netherlands.
You beat USA. I will be in Amsterdam while you lot play. So,
hey, Sabi, you need to link up.
I will link up. That is going to be. I can't wait, man. Can't wait.
Sure.
That'd be big, man. And do you know what it is with Cody Gakpo, Sabi? Did you think, like Victor said as well, with the decision making quickly, he's so mature with it. But with Ten Hag and Van Gaal, you've got 2 proper coaches. Do you feel like Ten Hag would be the perfect coach to sort of like polish that?
Yeah, I mean, we all know Ten Hag. He can.
I know Daps is looking at me thinking I'm getting gas. Thinking
but Ten Hag can fine tune every player, every young player. So he's like a raw diamond that needs to be polished. Ten Hag is the man to do that. And what I like about Gakpo, I hate to say it because he's a player of PSV, but he plays simple. He's effective in everything that he does. Efficient. He doesn't show around. He doesn't do that dribbles, which isn't effective. He gives those straight passes. He has the great shots with his right and his left. He's straightforward. So he can definitely be an asset for you guys. But as I said, I don't think he will be an asset at once. He needs to grow into that role in United. But yeah, he can do it for you guys, definitely.
Thank you. Guys, if you're watching, by the way, make sure you keep scanning that QR code. If you're joining us from Big Steve's channel on YouTube, if you're watching here on FanFest, do your predictions. I know Stu's going to go through them shortly. Also, make sure you're subscribing to everyone's channels. Paolo's on United View. Me and Daps Never a Foul. Sabi's on We Talk Ajax. And I don't know if Victor has a channel, but if he does, make sure you go and plug that. Does he have a channel, Stu? I don't know. No, he doesn't.
Londoner, yeah, boy.
He's on with you guys.
What
yeah.
Why are you saying?
He's on with you. Yeah,
there you go. We had David Ginola in our first podcast. What are you saying?
There you go.
Come on.
Love that. Make sure you guys follow Parisian Londoner as well. But guys, make an account on FanFest and you can join as well. Sorry, Paolo, were you going to say something?
I just wanted to ask one question because we didn't really talk about it. If you guys watched the Portugal-Uruguay game yesterday, did you guys think it was a handball?
No.
That's
Sabi did. Sabi did. Sorry for it was.
We discussed this.
Zoom out quickly. I need to see the answers.
It's debatable. I think it's debatable.
Yeah, that's a hard one because the defender. Where do you expect him to put his hand when he's falling on his back like this? You know.
Exactly.
Yeah, but from what I see, from my point of view, it was his choice to get in with his both feet. Up front. So
the other day I was arguing with a colleague.
Sabi, you've just basically told us there's people like you in the VAR room. We know now.
No, but I mean, it was a clear opportunity. I mean, it was a clear opportunity created by Bruno, and it's not deliberately shot to his arm. So for me, it's debatable.
Yeah. What did you say, Victor?
No, I said, when you said, for example, he was having the option not going on the ground with the 2 feet,
On the ground, yeah.
Okay. But I mean, he has his hand, he has to look to put it on the floor. And even the normative said, this is not a penalty, this is not hand, And when you start putting conditionals like, I think this guy usually put the hand to to look the contact without getting the penalty, or I think he could make the going
No,
to the
but what I
ground
mean,
another
This is
way.
too much.
No,
That's
but
too
from my
much
point-
conditionals.
Yeah.
There's no penalty. You can
No,
go.
but from my point, like if you got your arms right beside your body, it's clear it's not a penalty because it's shot against the arm. This time he chose to make that movement.
No,
in my
if
view,
you're a
so
tackle,
it's
you
no
need to
way.
get
I'm
on
with
the
you.
floor.
I'm with you, bro.
Toby, my issue is England, Portugal, France, Brazil, Netherlands, Spain. Like Victor's saying, though, that decision for me is poor because what if this happens now in the knockouts? You've got to stay consistent. So it could happen to any of our team now. And then you're going to be moaning. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's kind of set
No,
that.
but Ty, this is a thing I said. Sorry, we won't dwell on this too long. But I said this in the summer when the FA brought out the rules for this season, and I looked at every single rule, and every single rule was not black and white. They put it was kind of based down on like if you feel that the ball is traveling at a pace that can't be no. That's not black and white anymore. If you're leaving it down to they need to make the rules in football black and white. Ultimately, it's like offsides. An offside is an offside, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you leave room for interpretation, then it's over.
It can't be consistent. There's no consistency if it's
no
down
This
to
year
interpretation.
in Spain, we have already more than 55 red cards, and I don't know how many penalties because the ref are taking the rules as it says. No interpretation, you know.
Yeah.
A guy is running, he found the leg of the offensive guy, he put his leg over the other one, no getting a tackle, no getting nothing, and then you put your feet on it and you get a red card. There's no interpretation, you know. We're having great problems, you know, because when you get 55 red cards, you're destroying the show.
That can kill the game as well.
Yeah, but the
Listen,
same applies for corners.
interpretations allow debates like this, so keep those interpretations.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. That's very true. Okay, guys, this is time. So if you want to contribute as well and do your own score predictions for the rest of the games, you can scan the QR code on your screen. If you're on a desktop, you can just click the QR code and join Matchday. So we're gonna make the predictions for the upcoming matches actually. So
nice
tomorrow
cap,
we
by the way.
have
Nice cap.
say again.
Nice cap.
Oh, yeah, nice cap as well. So tomorrow we have Australia, Denmark, Tunisia, France, Poland, Argentina, and Saudi Arabia, Mexico. So let's start with Australia, Denmark. So Denmark's supposed to be the dark horse as well. Australia are not on a good run, but they look threatening a little bit. That will be you know what? This one, I think it will be a draw, to be fair.
1-0, 1-0 for me for Australia.
1-0 for what?
Australia?
Denmark?
Yeah.
Whoa. 1-0 Australia?
Yes.
Denmark, 1-2 Denmark.
I don't see them are able to make any goal.
Whoa. Someone will have to take a decision
sorry.
on that.
1-0 Australia.
That's basically Victor saying that Australia go through then because they beat South Korea.
Record this.
I told you.
Yeah.
So 1-0 Australia, 1-0 Australia. Sahbi is going 1-2 Denmark. I'm going 2-0 Denmark. I think Denmark would dominate that one.
Same here. Same here. 2-0.
I'm gonna go 1-0 Denmark.
Okay, so we're going for a Denmark win then.
Yeah.
Let's go with a 1-0. Okay. Then we have that's the one. Tunisia, France. By the way, guys,
You have to start to.
did you hear the rumor about Benzema recovering quickly than expected, and probably by the rules, because he's been selected originally, is entitled to come back in the national team?
No,
What do you make of it? Do you think we should keep him out of the group, or we should take him back?
Because you never replaced him, did you?
Even if he can,
Giroud cannot replace Benzema. No, I agree with you.
even if he doesn't go back, he's not been replaced, so he has the right to get the cap.
Yeah.
Wow, I would save him and just say, do you know what? If we get through to the knockouts and you get to the quarters and you can play 20 minutes,
100.
Well, that means if you have him back and you do not play him as well, that's the thing, you know. If you have him back, then you need to play Benzema.
Okay, Stu, you're the French fan here. If you're a France fan looking at it with Benzema back, but you're playing well, you wouldn't want it just to be right. Benzema's just come back from injury, so let's play him, and it messes up the harmony. If in terms of the squad, like and the way you're playing, if he's back,
messing up the harmony.
You're happy with him.
The harmony with the Ballon d'Or.
No, he's not gonna break any harmony. But in any case,
not harmony. Sorry, the rhythm.
I know what you mean. Like you're in a good run, and then
The
suddenly
rhythm, I don't
changing
come
everything.
back and just be like, I'm
If
starting.
he's fit, if he's recovering faster than expected, I'll definitely have him back, and I will definitely play him. 100%.
You start him then. You start him.
Leave him home.
Yeah,
Why do you need to start him now, though?
That's
Why
what I'm thinking, Daps. You don't need
No,
to
not
start
now.
him.
After the group stage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not against Tunisia, but after the group stage.
He
He won't
need
be
a
back
rest.
Frightening.
for
He
the
need a
Tunisia
rest for
game.
the season.
Yeah.
I wonder who you
Leave
support.
him home. Leave him home, you know. He can see the matches,
No,
support
actually,
France, and
I
everything
agree.
from Madrid.
Listen, bro, I need you to put Liverpool out of the Champions League. So do you know what? Yeah, rest him. So he's not out.
Love that.
Right, boys. I think Didier Deschamps will play a totally different starting 11 for tomorrow, considering the fact that we are already qualified. Tunisia, do they still have a potential to get? Let me check that.
Yeah, on paper, but
Oh, are they already disqualified? I don't think so.
no, I don't think so.
So I'm
It's easy
checking
for
out the
France.
table. Oh, the bottom of the group with
1 point.
1 point.
They need to
Denmark
win.
Denmark
They
is
need
on
to
1
win.
point as well. So considering the starting 11 will look different, I'm not gonna go for a Tunisia victory win, but I think it will be a tight one still because they need they still have a chance to win. So I'm going 1-0
2-0
France.
for me.
What
2-0
about you,
for me,
Paolo?
France.
1-8 France.
2-0 France.
1-0 France for me.
1-2, yeah.
Yeah,
1-2.
let's keep 1-0.
But Stu, who can France get in the round of 16 now?
Round of 16. Let me check that, but I think it will be. Let me double check.
I know if they finish top in England, dude, it'll be England in the quarters.
Yeah.
Round of
I believe.
16. France against.
That'll be massive.
I think it's the England group. Yeah.
That's in
I
the
think it's
quarters.
the
Then.
England
Round of
group.
16, it's someone else, like Paolo says.
If
I don't
someone
know
can
who
double check, my connection is horrible. But yeah, I think it will be the England group. Yeah. So Tunisia, France, we did that. Then it will be Poland, Argentina.
Wow, pressure. This can Messi do it
Lewandowski
again?
against
Can
Messi.
Messi do it again? I think he can. I'll be honest with you guys. I know Lewandowski's a great striker, but I'm going to hold my hands up here and say that I don't think he's the same for Poland. I don't think they play the same to his strengths.
Yeah,
He doesn't have no pace. He needs like them runners beyond him. At Dortmund, he had runners. Barcelona, he has fast wingers. Poland, he has no one. Argentina, with Lisandro Martinez back in, Enzo Fernandez is going to start, I believe.
Yes.
This Argentina are not going home. Messi, this would be Messi's last game at a World Cup if they go out. It's not happening.
Crazy.
No.
They win for me 2-0. 2-0.
Me too.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
1-0 for me.
That's Argentina as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I have Argentina, but I'm gonna have to because I don't want to. I keep going last, and I keep saying what other people. So I'm going to say 3-1 Argentina.
Yeah, goals.
3-1.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, of course,
They
Argentina.
need to
wins.
come alive, innit? They do need to come alive. So
Okay, let's go for. So it's 2-0.
I don't mind. Or 3-0 going.
Yeah.
If you want.
Paulo 2-0 as well.
Argentina.
Argentina.
France will play the second place in the group of Argentina. The group, so
Yeah. Sorry.
it's
Yeah,
gonna be a
exactly.
difficult one. If
Not
Argentina
England.
doesn't top, it's gonna be an amazing.
France, Argentina.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh my God. Yeah.
More reason for them to win tomorrow.
yeah,
That's why we need Benzema back. Saudi Arabia, Mexico.
Oh, this one as well. Ooh.
Wait. Who can Saudi Arabia still go through? Could they beat Argentina?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can still go through.
They can still go through.
They can be first of the group.
Yeah, they
Oh,
could.
by the way, guys, the players in,
Let's put Saudi Arabia wins tomorrow.
Yeah.
The players in the press conference, they obviously declined the rumors around the Rolls Royces. By the way, so it was
Shame.
a
We can
fake-
have them
fake
instead.
news.
Yeah, and also just to confirm as well, none of us are getting Rolls Royces for coming on FanFest as well.
But yeah,
Otherwise,
Saudi Arabia is on 3 points, third of the group. Argentina 3 points as well, and Poland top of the group with 4
You
points.
know what?
and
I'm going to ask you.
Mexico 1 point.
Saudi
Yeah.
Arabia, the crowd are going to be on this tomorrow.
Yeah.
They're going to do it. I've got a feeling this is probably the best moment they'll ever have, even in the future 50 years and in the past 200 years of football, whatever it is. This is their chance. Crowd behind them. I'm going 2-1 Saudi Arabia. I think Mexico get a goal. But I think the crowd go wild.
the maddest thing is, do Mexico want to do Argentina a favor as well? They probably don't, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Well.
I'll go for Mexico with this one.
I know. That's what I'm thinking as well.
It's all or nothing for Mexico. They will go all the way.
What, can they still go through?
Mexico can still
Yeah,
do it.
they're on 1 point right now. Saudi Arabia is on 3 points,
Yeah.
and Argentina is on 3 points, and Poland is top of the group with 4
Ooh.
points. So each one of them, yeah, they can get qualified. Yeah.
I wanted to
Yeah.
say Saudi Arabia to see Argentina, France in the next round.
Look at you, cheeky bugger. Yeah.
But I have to say, I think Mexico is gonna win one nail, not too
So
much.
so
They're not able to
so
make
it's
too
half
many goals,
Mexico,
but-
half Saudi Arabia then.
I think I'm going to go 1-1.
1-1, a draw.
You're in the middle, always in the middle.
There's no way this one's gonna be a draw, man. No
I
way.
think it will be.
No,
I think. I don't know. I
want
think I've
Saudi
been
to
impressed
do
with
it.
Saudi Arabia.
I want Saudi to do it, you know. I do.
Yeah, I do. You know, I just want it for the
You know
coach.
what?
You know what?
Okay,
I just
I'm gonna take a decision here, so I'm going 2-1 Saudi Arabia.
All right.
2-1 Saudi Arabia. What do we have on Thursday?
Morocco.
Canada, Morocco. That would be an interesting one. Croatia, Belgium. I hope Belgium's going to be out of the competition ASAP. Japan, Spain, and Costa Rica, Germany. So let's start with Canada, Morocco. Canada already out. I
They're
think
out.
Morocco will smash them properly.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like I think it will be a proper violation. I'm going for 3-0
100%.
personally. What about you guys?
For me.
No. I said, Canada was a hyped team. Nothing
Mm.
but that, and I think Morocco is a serious team, so they're gonna make 2-0 at least.
2-0
Yeah,
or
I'm
3-0,
going
yeah?
with 2-0 like Paolo.
yeah, I'd say
Same
2-0
here.
as well, yeah.
Okay, let's go for 2-0 then. I was overexcited. Croatia, Belgium.
Ooh, Belgium.
Croatia.
That
Croatia.
It's almost
De Bruyne's coming home, mate.
Bo, yeah, get him home, bro.
De Bruyne's
I hope,
coming home.
listen, I hope De Bruyne manage. I hope somehow Portugal go out and get them 3 boys home with him.
I think Victor wants Thibaut Courtois home as well. So
I'm
No,
saying,
look,
bro, we want our
look.
players back, fit, ready to go. Get De Bruyne home.
I think Croatia is gonna win to Belgium, but I want Croatia to lose. Luka has to rest too. We need to
You know what?
tell you.
Listen,
bro, you
think
need to choose, man. You can't, you.
Okay. No. I'm gonna be honest. I think Croatia is gonna win 2-1.
Yeah, same.
Stu, you know when we
I
said
think
that
2-1 as
Serbia,
well. Yeah.
Stu, you know when we said Serbia with the
Yeah.
dark horses, yeah? I think slyly, they're not dark horses because
Well,
they've
Croatia
been doing it for a while. They've
Yeah,
been good
yeah.
in tournaments for a while, but I was
Agreed.
watching them the other day thinking, you know what? I thought they were past it. Maybe they're not past it. Maybe they do have. Maybe Croatia.
One
could-
last deep breath in them.
Yeah. You look at Modric, he's still playing. He's still a regular
Yeah.
for Real Madrid. As long as you've got him in the midfield, you do not know. So
No,
I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think Croatia, with their technical players, I think Belgium will have to go for it, and I think it would just allow Croatia to just
pick him apart.
smash them on the counter and in transition. I think it's going to be a 3-2 win for Croatia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
three, two,
so
so
you got
no.
Thibaut, man. Thibaut is
I
the
like
best
that
goalkeeper
score.
in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
3-2
currently
Croatia. Yeah,
Belgium.
that sounds about right. It looks like the main event of the day. To be
We
fair,
said it,
almost
didn't we?
like
We
a-
said, man, Belgium, that big team, they're not gonna get. We said that they're in trouble, man.
Bro, they're
Yeah.
over, man. They're over for
Done.
years. I don't know.
They know
We
it.
had a conversation last time. I'm
Yeah.
still struggling to understand why they've been top of the FIFA ranking for
Yeah,
I don't know how many years,
Wow.
but without any trophy. But
They'll get knocked out now and still be number
You
one.
mean
as well.
FIFA and
Yeah.
PlayStation?
Corruption.
okay, Croatia, Belgium, 3-2 for Croatia, and then we have
I'm looking
Victor,
forward to this game a
Vico,
lot.
talk to us. Japan, Spain.
I don't know, man. I think Luis Padrique, as we said now, this expression with Latin America, padrear, which means being your father, like, running the place. So we're calling him right now Luis Padrique. He's going to make a lots of changes, I think, or at least 4 or 5 changes in the starting
game,
11.
yeah.
But in any case, it's going to be a game with a short number of goals. So I think maybe nail 1 for Spain or 1 for Spain. Not too much, it's gonna be
same. Costa Rica and Germany, they can still qualify for the next round. Japan is
no,
on.
I don't expect any surprise. I expect
No?
the usual, I expect Spain to win to Japan and Germany easily win to Costa Rica, and they go through both. I think there's not gonna be any surprise. We're expecting too many surprises. We're seeing too many surprises in the World Cup, and I think this group is not gonna be a surprise, even if we thought it could be.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your score prediction then?
0-1 for Spain.
4-1 for Spain.
No, 0-1, 0-1 for Spain.
Oh,
Okay.
2-0 Spain for me.
2-0. I'm going 2-0 as well. Sabi.
I go for a 1-2.
Okay.
Giving
So
Japan,
you
giving
think
Japan
Spain's gonna
a
concede?
goal.
Daps is here. Daps, can you hear us?
2-2.
He wants to throw a
2-2.
curveball.
Desmond, 2-2.
Whoa, so you're going for a draw?
Too many goals.
Okay, explain yourself.
Listen, it's
Explain yourself, please.
you know what it is? It's very simple. It's very simple. When you get to this is the World Cup, right? When you get to the last game of your potential last game of the World Cup, you can't. It doesn't matter. You like Costa Rica tomorrow. I expect Costa Rica to score as well, because if you don't, I mean, right. Prime example today, Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale, for me, for the last year and a half, he has been void from football. But it's okay. It's been okay because apparently he's saving himself for the World Cup, right? When he decided to go and play in America instead of taking a Premier League move, it was okay because he's saving himself for the World Cup. He got subbed off just after at half time. No one wants to go out like that. Who wants to go out like that, right? And so for me, if it's your last group game, you go all at it. I think
They
it's
will
going to
give
be 2-2.
everything. Yeah.
Look, Dabs, I'm with you. I think if it's your last game, you have to give 1,000% of yourself, okay? But you saw today Wales. They did nothing.
Yeah.
England showed
Japan
really
aren't
great
Wales,
dominance
bro.
over the
Japan
match.
aren't Wales, though. Japan are not Wales.
No,
That's the
but
difference.
I mean, Japan is not Wales. England is not Spain. So when Spain will start
do
playing, that game, when they get the 80% of the possession of the game, the Japanese players.
I like that. I like that when you said England is not Spain.
I know. I knew he was going to say that. I knew he was going to say
nothing disrespectful at all. I mean, you got your style of playing, and Spain has its style of playing. You may be like more the England one or the Spanish one. It's not.
I
nothing
support
like that,
Manchester City. I most definitely prefer your style of play, bro. Trust me.
Yeah.
Love
very
you.
good. But I'm still going. I think
I
generally
wanted to clarify.
we're going for a Spain win. I think they might concede still because the starting 11, as you said, Victor, will look different. But let's go for a
And
3-1.
Spain could get Belgium in around the
I'm just
16,
gonna
guys.
chuck it in there. I'm going to go with
Belgium
Daps.
going out, man.
I'm
Come
going
on.
with Daps, by the way, just to throw money in there. I actually was going to say 2-2. So I'm going to
Yeah?
All right.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
think so?
I like
We'll see.
Japan. I think Japan should have beat Costa Rica, and I think we're all forgetting already what they did against Germany in that second half. They've got energy levels as well.
Yeah,
They're
talking
fit.
about Costa Rica, Germany, boys.
Germany
No
get a job.
surprise. I think
Germany
Germany
2-1.
will smash it.
Yeah,
innit?
Germany 3-0.
4 or 5
okay.
nil.
Okay. What about you, Victor? What do you think is gonna happen?
4 or 5 nil for Germany easily. When they'll see Spain winning to Japan, they will stop the pace.
And
They
Germany
will
is
get
still
onto the field like lions.
Yeah.
Once they see Spain winning 1-0 to Japan, they will slow down. And then maybe they will have already 4 or 5 goals, in my
Okay.
opinion.
Right.
Sabi, same. Easy win for Germany.
Yeah, it's gonna be an easy win. But if I hear Daps saying Spain, then
you
Germany
back.
needs to outscore Costa Rica, otherwise they won't get through. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I said they're
interesting.
gonna get onto the field like lions, looking for the 8 goals, which I don't think is maybe impossible.
Daps, maybe Leroy Sané will smash 2 or 3 tomorrow.
Exactly, he's coming back. They will put full crook on the field to have a real 9 against no defense like Costa Rica. So
Yeah.
I think they're gonna get some goals.
Right. Okay, let's go.
I think that's
3-0.
spot on. I think Germany play different tomorrow to what we've seen so far this tournament.
Yeah.
And I think, and look, this is the same as I always say in the Champions League. Germany are the type of team that all of our nations probably wanted to go out in the group stages, because when we get to the knockout stages, all of a sudden you don't want to play Germany. You do
The
not
other
want to
day,
play Germany.
Yeah.
we made also the results, and even Paolo says 4-1 for Spain against Germany, if I remember properly. And I said, you're too optimistic. And even Luis Enrique said, those guys, they got 4 stars on the chest. 4 stars.
Yeah.
On the last World Cup, they were already kicked out on the group stage.
They're
So
not letting that happen again, but they don't.
I don't think so. It would be real the great surprise of the World Cup. Even if Costa Rica wins the World Cup, getting Germany out on the first round would be the greatest surprise.
Yeah.
Can you imagine both Germany and Belgium out in the group stage? That would be crazy.
Amazing.
That would be mad.
I will celebrate for
would
Belgium,
love
to be
it.
fair.
Where can I sign?
So, guys,
great show, guys. Great show.
That was a great one. If you like the show as well, smash the like button. Follow Daps on his channel as well. Never a foul.
Thanks for having me,
Ty.
man.
Also,
big up for coming
Sahbi,
on,
we
man.
talk Ajax. We also have Victor and Paolo as well. All the links will be in the description. If you want to get involved, don't forget to create a FanFest account and also play Matchday by scanning the QR code on your screen. Put your score prediction, open your player cards and build your squad, etc. You can trade cards and everything. So give it a check. In 2 days, we will catch up. Hopefully, we'll have the right score predictions. But yeah, I think that's it. That's a good day for everyone here, to be fair. Everyone won. Brazil, Spain, the Netherlands, France, obviously, England, Portugal. Us 6, I think we're doing well for now.
Guys, the thing is, it's only a matter of time before one of our teams starts to clash.
Yeah. Let's see who's gonna be kicked out first.
That's what we're expecting for, you know.
I'm betting on Spain personally, but let's see how it goes.
Get Rodri home. Get Rodri home. We'll take him home now.
Exactly. Right. Have a good evening, boys, and let's catch up in 2 days. Enjoy your games tomorrow.
Love, guys.
Yeah, guys.
You too.
Bye bye. Take care. Bye bye.